My goodness, happy Monday. I look like crap, but you know what? It's Monday and I work with kids, so who really cares? I'm kind of scary looking actually. My hair's all frizzed up. I didn't put anything in it this morning. I didn't even wash my face this morning. I brushed my teeth and that was about it. That was about as much as energy I had to deal with this morning. Oh my goodness. But I guess I'm not the only one, because my coworker called me in like a little bit, and I've been sitting outside for work for a good 15 minutes or so. I was stressed a little bit because I myself was like almost 5 minutes late this morning. I just stopped for gas down the street, and thought I had time. I thought I had plenty of time, but it always takes a few more minutes than I anticipate it taking. So by the time I paid for my gas, pumped my gas, got back in my car, and drove down the road to work, it was like 6:04, and I'm like, oh, frick, I'm late. Sorry, I had to like take a minute and be like, which one's the knob I need? One of these is soap, one's sanitizer, and I wanted sanitizer. I can't even think. Well, that's not true. I'm thinking. My brain is just racing with all the stuff I got to do today because it's Monday. I have deliveries coming. It's the last week of school before the 2-week holiday break. So everything perishable in my refrigerator has to be cleared out this week. So I got to go in there. And I have a delivery coming this morning of 2 deliveries. I have 3. Oh my God. I have 3. At least 3 deliveries coming this morning in the next hour or so. I've got to prep, bake, and serve breakfast for 120 kids at least. I need to prep all the fruit and the vegetables for my lunch period, which is another 400 meals, plus my preschoolers who have different dietary restrictions than the rest of my kids, for the rest of my students. So I have to prepare special food for them, which today I think it's actually going to be easy, because I think today's grilled cheese, if I remember correctly. So that's so easy. It goes in the oven, and then we plate it up and serve it out. No, wait, is it? No, it's grilled cheese. We just never updated. Okay, so my list says that it was corn dogs today, and I'm like, oh, I didn't take corn dogs out. And then I remembered, I was like, oh wait, no, we were laughing about this on Friday, that we hadn't updated like the first weeks of the board. Every week we change this, right? It changes. Well, breakfast stays the same. Breakfast is the same options mostly. Wednesdays vary, because Wednesdays are supposed to be egg bites, but we haven't gotten egg bites in all school year. Like, we had them last school year, kind of. Like, it was a hit and miss, which is kind of why I was like, why are these still on the menu? We had so much trouble last year supplying these. But then over the summer, when our director, our former director, our boss, they got rid of the director's position. So technically we don't have a director. We have a manager. I think it sucks because it put all of us in lower pay scales. Like, before I would have been a manager, I would have been making more money. But now I'm a kitchen lead. I'm still the manager here. I just don't get paid like I would in the private sector for it. But hey, I'm making my resume look good, right? And building my retirement. And at my age, retirement's a big factor. Let me tell you that. When you're in your 30s, you're not thinking about retirement. When you hit 40, you're still not really like too worried. You're like, oh yeah, there's got plenty of time. I turned 43 this year. Retirement became a huge concern of mine, because last year, before I started working here, I had another job in the private sector, and they kept cutting my hours. They just kept cutting my hours, and I was making less money and less money and less money. They were hiring more people to fill up more positions to do work that I would be like, oh, I ain't doing this. You don't pay me enough. So then they would hire 2 people to do that job. And I'm like, you could have paid me like $3 more and saved yourselves $28. But you don't want to. So I found myself a new job that has really, really awesome retirement. The monthly pay is shit. Excuse my French. It sucks. It sucks. It sucks so bad. I have never made so little money, take home pay, per month than when I started working for the state. It sucks so bad. Mac and cheese. Tomorrow is macaroni and cheese for lunch. Breakfast pizza for breakfast. So I got to take out macaroni and cheese out of my freezer. I take the breakfast pizza out of this freezer because this is my breakfast freezer. So everything I use for breakfast goes in here. Mostly. I have stuff that won't fit. So I do have like 2 boxes of bagels and 2 or 3 boxes of cinnamon rolls sitting in my other freezer because we're kind of full in here. Well, there's room. I could probably fit another box of like cinnamon rolls. I could probably put my bagels in here. I got a delivery coming, so I'm gonna wait until it comes, and then I know if I got more breakfast stuff than because I gotta rotate everything, first in, first out, you know. And my freezer is so full right now. My freezer is like the fullest it has ever been since the beginning of the year. And I was like, I have a delivery coming. But I edited my delivery. I need to go wash my hands and get my breakfast out. I was updating my board, but I'm like, you know what? It is like after 6:30, and I gotta get my food ready. Breakfast is easy. It's literally gonna come from the refrigerator because it should be. I have to double check. That's what I'm stressing about. So I'm like, I didn't physically prep Monday's stuff. I let my coworkers do that yesterday as I was doing paperwork and stuff. So I have a really strong team here, and normally I don't know how to double check the work. I can be confident that they've done it. But it was a Friday yesterday, and we were all kind of tired and not feeling good. It's been a long week. We've all been battling sickness, just trying to push through because this is our last week of school before we get the 2 weeks off. I'm like, how do I look today? I wasn't so sure about this. I mean, the hoodie I knew I was going to wear. I forgot to put a t-shirt on underneath. So now I'm kind of stuck in this hoodie because I just have a sports thing on underneath. And not appropriate when you work at a middle school. I cannot take off my sweater and just wear my little crop top around. I probably could. I mean, let's be honest. I probably could. There are no dress codes here. But my boss prefers us to dress modestly, and I've been asked to watch like my necklines and things like that. So I have a few shirts that are V-necked, and so my boss was just like, do me a favor when you get dressed. She's like, just bend over and just see if you can see this. And I was like, oh my God. Like, I've always dressed modestly, right? Okay. It's always been a big thing of mine to dress modestly. Not giving anyone any excuse to put their hands on me, right? But if I'm honest, I've never really took into consideration a V-neck top, you know? If I buy it at the store, I just assume that it's okay. But after I spoke to my boss when I first started this job, I went through like a lot of my t-shirts, and I did that little thing where you put it on and then you hunch over and then you see if you can see. And I had to get rid of almost every single one of my V-neck tops. And I never realized that. I was like, oh my God, I've worn these things for years. For years. V-neck tops was like the kind of t-shirt I would buy. I wouldn't buy crew neck because I don't like things like up here. Like you often see me tugging this down and stuff. My necklace that hangs down that's about as high as anything I want up on my neck. Anything else, and I feel like I'm being strangled, you know? I dropped a towel. It's gotta go to the cleaning towels now. I just love that so much. I took my clean towels out of the dryer, dropped one, and I'm like, yeah, now I got one to wash already. Damn it. They didn't clean my kitchen over the weekend. This is becoming a problem. Over the summer, my key to the janitorial closet got removed or broken. There's a broken key on my key ring, so we're not sure if that was like the janitorial closet that got broken or if it was just some other random key. But short story, I don't have a key to the cleaning closet. So I was putting in like requests. I'm like, where can I put you so I can fold these towels? I was like, put in requests. Why am I folding these towels? Oh my God, I did it again. I gotta get food out and put it in the dang warmer. I'm getting mad at myself. I'm so like discombobulated. It's because I was late. Normally I would come in and I would have all this time. I would wash my hands, fill the dishwasher, sanitize everything, take my temps, turn on my ovens and my warmers, and then I would start thinking about, okay, I need to pull this food out. But since my coworker is late this morning, and I was a few minutes late, like, we have this policy, I need to actually shut the door. We have this policy that, like, I'm not even supposed to be in here right now because I'm alone, that we work in pairs. So if one person doesn't show up to work, the other person's supposed to just sit out under a light pretty much and wait for support to come and help. But, I talked to my coworker. She's on her way. I don't think it's that big of a deal that I need to contact HR and be like, I need someone to be here with me right now. I'm not completely alone. The custodians, the night custodians are here. So, I mean, if something happened, I could yell and someone would probably hear me. That's why I'm here. But I did wait outside for like 15 minutes this morning because I didn't see their car. And so I was like, well, I'll just be a good little team player and wait. Because a few times, like, I've came in when my coworker was late, and then they sat outside waiting for me for like 10 minutes because they didn't see me and they didn't realize I came inside already. And then last week, my coworker did the same thing. She came in like 5-6 minutes before I did, and I sat outside waiting for her because I didn't realize that she came inside already. That's why the door's open, so when she walks up, she can see, oh, the door's open. Okay, Crystal's here. She's inside, even though I already talked to her and she knows I'm here. It's just like a little quick thing to be like, oh yeah, it's okay, you're good, come on in. But yeah, so being here by myself, it's totally thrown me off my game. Like, I have not even checked my emails yet, and that's the first thing I'm supposed to do when I come to work, because I'm in charge. So I'm supposed to check my emails first, make sure that there's like anything that came up. It's also important because we have a meeting with HR today this afternoon after lunch, and I'm like, I need to know if there's something that's changed that I gotta do. What time is it? I'll put some in. It's like 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes a little early to be baking these. I'm gonna save those. I'm gonna put a tray in just so they're ready in case I get distracted again before my kids come. Oh, there it is. Okay. I was like, why is my timers all messed up? So they're getting pancakes on a stick. These ones are Foster Farms. Though we do have a few reheats of these that were called pigs in a blanket on a stick. These are actually really good. They're like really, really good. I don't know what it is that's different. I think it's like a different type of sausage or something. It's also by a different brand. I can't remember who makes these. I'd have to check the box. But yeah, they're good. But then pancakes on a stick have always kind of been one of my favorite childhood things, you know? I regularly go buy the Jimmy Dean ones that they have at the grocery store. Okay. We got bagels, but I have 2 different types of bagels. So I gotta count these. Because, like, these ones I took out on Friday as an emergency. Like, I have some kids who have food allergies. I have one girl who's allergic to cinnamon. Cinnamon. Kind of like that, The Rock's character in that one movie. Was it a football movie or something or whatever? Oh, it was so cute. Anyways, so I always have to check ingredients and verify that there's no cinnamon in this item. I cannot remember if these pancakes on a stick had cinnamon, but I know the bagels do not, and if she doesn't want a bagel, I can always pull out a cereal for her. But I'll have to go pull out one of my other boxes and check the ingredients list just to verify. Usually, because I know my kids who have the allergies, I try to, when things are delivered, I try to mark on the box, like, oh, this has cinnamon, or this is cinnamon free, or this has pineapple in it, be careful. Luckily, my kid with the pineapple allergy, he said he outgrew it. So I'm like, okay, cool, that's nice, because I use a lot of pineapple here. Like, honestly, our produce supplier has been awesome this year, and pineapples have been so flippin' cheap. Like, I didn't buy any this week, and I'm kind of sad, but it's our last week of school, so I really only just bought, like, apple slices and some carrots that I knew I had to give out for, I also make snacks for the Boys and Girls Club, the after school clubs. It's like 100 snacks we supply every day. 100 servings, I should say. They get like 2 or 3 snacks. 100 servings each. So I had to buy certain things to give to them. I cut my order down so much because this is our final week of school that I'm like sitting there going like, this is what I got to choose from. I also have 3 deliveries coming today, so don't put your panics in a pinch and be like, there's nothing for my kid to eat. Oh no, there's lots of stuff for your kid to eat. That's just what hasn't been prepped yet. I have stuff that we did start prepping. I have a bunch of whole pears. I have some cupped fruit, 4 ounces, like canned peaches. We have this fruit cocktail. I call it fruit cocktail. It's called a fruit mix, but I absolutely love it. It's grapes, pears, and peaches. And I don't know, something about canned grapes, I just love them. Like, I can only usually find them in a fruit cocktail mix, but I just love them. It's kind of like a boba. Alright, so I lost maybe 2 cups of guacamole. That's not bad, actually. I made a bunch of these because we did like pupusas last week, and I was worried. My avocados have been such a pain. They were such a pain. Like, I bought 24 pounds of them. Seems excessive, I know. They were so cheap. It was like less than $30 for those 24 pounds of avocados. Sorry, I'm trying to remember my passwords. It's been a freaking week since I got on here. Yeah, I know my session expired. I took my computer home because I was supposed to do training, right? I was supposed to do my my safety trainings and things like that. And last year I never completed it, so I never got paid for it. But they were like, it's not a big deal, you know, you just came off of another food manager job. You have the certificates, you have the training completed. So then it hadn't, you know, it hadn't expired. But in February, I would have been here a year. So I've got to update my training for this location. And I have so much of it still to do, y'all. Like hours and hours worth. I know there's at least 3 modules I gotta do, and each of them's like an hour long. I have a couple 30-minute modules to do that I'm gonna try to knock out today. Try to do as much of it today as I can. I had taken my computer home with the expectation that I would do it over the weekend, but they've changed some of the security updates. Today's the 15th, huh? They changed some of the security updates. I'm spelling pancakes, no N. Pancakes. Welcome to a Monday morning. I can't spell pancakes on stick. Bagel. And then they're gonna get applesauce, raisins, probably pears. I need 2 more fruit options, so I'm gonna get off here because I need to go prep some fruit. So happy Monday. I will talk to you after work and let you know if I actually get my list of to-dos done. Wish me luck. Bye.